TZConstructors is committed to the safety of all crew members, as well as the general public at large. This is the first in a series of marine safety and training videos provided by TZConstructors and Life Support Marine for new crew orientations, as well as always being available via the internet to meet continuing education requirements. These videos will not replace periodic emergency drills and unannounced man overboard drills, intended to provide crews with the confidence and skills required to act quickly to save a life.
So basically, when a guy goes in the water for a man overboard situation, we say it's a reach, throw, row, or go. But in our cases, we're going to do the first two. If you can reach him with a pike pole, anything, any long object, if he's close enough where you can grab it, reach him, and pull him up to the side, that's the first thing you want to do, right? That's the reach. The throw is with the life ring or the life bag. Rowing is with a boat, and going is you actually going in the water after him. We don't recommend that because it usually happens you end up with two victims in the water. What we'll do is we'll go over the steps of the man in the water. First step is the guy who witnesses, who sees a guy go in the water. What is he going to do? He is going to keep his eyes on him, he's going to point to him, and he's going to alert the rest of the crew. In choppy weather, in darkness and stuff like that, you take your eyes off the guy in the water for a minute, he's gone, you're going to lose sight of him, you never pick him up again. Small head and bobbing water and 20 some odd feet, ain't going to see it. Second person coming up is going to grab the life-saving gear, which is this, and he's going to do the throw. We'll go over the throw bag first. Basically, you got 50 to 75 feet of reach into the water. With this, you have a loop on the end. With your non-throwing hand, put it around your wrist so when you throw the bag, you don't throw the whole line with it. Secondly, there is a cinch on the top of each bag. It holds the rope inside the bag. What you need to do is you need to remember to undo that cinch. Open up the mouth wide so that that line can come out freely. Come to the edge, right out, right over his shoulder so he can get it, loop his arm, and then you bring him in. Not too close to the edge, just a hand over hand, bring him right back up. One of the other things when we are repacking the bag, there's no special rhyme or reason. Don't roll it, don't wrap your arm with it, simply stuff it. The best way for the bag to deploy cleanly is a simple straight in stuff of the bag. There is going to be a knot at the end of the line so that when you get to this point right here, after you've stuffed all your line in the bag, this knot will pretty much be the stopper once you cinch it so that line doesn't run free out of the bag while it's hanging out here in the wind and the weather. So that was the demonstration of the life bag throw. And then I'm going to show you the life ring. When you're throwing the life ring, which is attached to the life bag, you don't want to throw the ring right at the guy because you knock him out. You want to throw it upwind or up current. Let it float back into him. Let him grab it. And then once he does grab it, what we ask you to do is get your arms in the rope here. Clasp your hands together. It's like a boogie board system. You're going to float on top of it. Clasp your hands in case of cold weather or cold water because in no time at all you'll have no finger strength or dexterity in your hands. And then the guy who's on top of the barge who just threw the life ring to you will haul you back to the side of the barge. You're going to grab it, put your hand through the loop so you don't lose it. Key element, you got to open the neck of the bag because otherwise it is not going to go. Your choice whether you want to use the rope to throw. It's just essentially using the rope. You have a larger radius of a swing. You might actually get a longer throw out of it. You want to hold this, that's fine. Whichever works best for you. And when you grasp the bag, don't hold on to the bag because you're holding the rope. Grab that knot or the rope on the bottom and then swing it. Not too close to the edge. There's the guy. First guy who saw him still pointing. We're gonna haul them in, hand over hand, nice and slow, steady. And we'll bring them right up to the side of the barge. The rake is never a good place to go, front or back. Bring them to the side. What we want to do is we want to just give you a hands-on toss in the rings, toss in the bags, get a feel for it. Now, believe it or not, they do not go as far as you think they go. And it's the 3-step. Put the loop over your wrist, undo the cinch on top, and give it a toss. It's 75 feet. In case you wanted to float it out there, it'll float and keep on going. So you actually have 75 foot of reach. Now, we try and tease the hand over the hand instead of ripping the line through your hand like that. God forbid there's some kind of glass or metal barb that's in there. That's why we'll tell you to do a hand over hand and haul it in. Once you've thrown the ring, you've recovered your co-worker. We actually will have a box with rescue equipment, some wool blankets, warm them up, especially in cold water, hypothermia. It happens quick. You're gonna lose your body temperature very fast. You lose dexterity. You wanna rewarm them quickly and gently as possible. With hypothermia, you do need to be gentle if he's been in the water for a while. One of the other things that we have to get an individual out of the water, it's called the cinch. You attach just a line like this to the top, drop it down to him, let him put it over his shoulders, under his armpits, and then with the line that's up here on deck, one or two guys can give a haul. It cinches, as its name, right down on the individual. I don't care who it is, it's gonna hold you. We're gonna show you a laddering system. What we got here is a 16-foot straight ladder and an 8-foot straight ladder. And the reason why you're looking down here is a flexible hinge, carabiner and tubular webbing. And once it goes over the edge, it gives it that little bit of leeway so that you can go flat. The horizontal straight ladder, somebody would just stand on it just to anchor it, because once this thing is straight up and down at a 90 degree, it ain't going anywhere. The best you're gonna get is a little bit of torque or cant like this when the river's running rapid, if you're on the outermost portion of a barge. So you may have this canted like that, but it's still functional. You can reach out and get him. When he hooks on, it'll come up right against the flat side of the barge, even if there's a bumper or a rubber tire, and he can come right up. You're gonna think on your feet, you're gonna help him out best way you can. But at least you have the primary components of getting him out of the water, which is the life ring, the life bag, and the laddering system. Right here are the 3 components of getting one of your co-workers out of the water quickly before he floats away or he gets too hypothermic where bad things happen.
Man overboard! Up there, Roy. Right over there, buddy. Man overboard! Man overboard!
Where is he? Where is he?
Man overboard! Man overboard! Main trestle! Got the ring!
All right, I'm gonna pull you in now. You all right? How you doing? Just hang on right there, okay? We're gonna deploy our rescue ladder now. Drop the ladder. Foot the ladder. Stand on it. Good. How you doing? All right, welcome back.
Very easy.
Just once you're ready to roll, we'll do it. You don't have to put anything over. In real life, you would make the notification, but right now, we're not going to make the notification because it's only a drill. Okay? Ready to go?
Chris, you got the keys, throw them on the dash, knows that?
He knows it. Tommy, crew boat is affecting a man overboard recovery.
Copy it.
You notice now that the crew pilot picked up the life ring and the lifeline. He's shut down his boat. He has the man in the water in sight, and he's going to deploy the life ring. Man in the water has the life ring. He's now being brought to the side of the crew boat. At this time, the man overboard is safely aboard the crew boat. We would call this in now. The man is out of the water. Tommy, 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 be advised, swimmer is back in the water. We want you to come pick up our swimmer with our ladder. Copy, copy?
Yeah, copy that, Chris. We're coming in to get him now.
This last scenario is going to show Life Support Marine 1 is going to come in and demonstrate the rescue swimmer pickup with our ladder. It's the custom tree ladder that we have, which goes into the top of the gunnel. It allows the rescue swimmer, to easily come up on board, and the high bar allows him to get a high handhold so that he can get up and pull himself over the top of the gunnel and get safely inside the boat.
The Hudson River is connected to the Atlantic Ocean. In 24 hours, the current will completely reverse 2 times. There's only a period of about half an hour at each tide change that someone could actually overcome the current. 75% of the time, the current is traveling faster, north or south, than a swimmer would be able to swim against. In the winter, January, February, the water temperature is in the 30s, just above freezing. In the spring, April, May, the temperature warms up into the 50s. In the peak of summer, the Hudson River gets as warm as 80 degrees Fahrenheit. For someone in the water in the summer, you have more time to get to them. During the extreme winter months, it's only about 10 minutes before the person you're trying to recover would become hypothermic, to the point where they would be disabled. During high current situations of up to 2 knots, it only takes a few minutes before the victim is completely out of sight of the barge that he may have fallen off of, and you rely totally on rescue vessels in order to be able to pick up this person. Working on the Hudson River presents several unique challenges. The combination of wind, low temperatures, and swift currents require a series of specific offshore barge crew procedures and periodic training to help avoid and manage any physical injury or man overboard situations within minutes.